After so many years in silence, the Silent Hill franchise is beginning a revival period. We still haven't gotten Silent Hill 2 remake, but we did get a new Silent Hill game for the PS5, and guess what? It's completely free, believe it or not. So, is it any good? Hi everyone, my name is Jeremy and this is my non-spoiler review for Silent Hill, the short message for the PS5. This game was developed by Hexadrive and published by Konami. Silent Hill, the short message, follows the story of Anita, who finds herself in an abandoned apartment complex and receives a message from a friend called Maya, telling her to find something that Anita herself doesn't know what it is. But as Anita starts exploring, she starts to notice that there are certain aspects to this place that are otherworldly. The story of this game is told through dialogue, in-game graphics cutscenes, live-action cutscenes, and documents that you find. In regards to the visuals of this game goes for some very realistic looking visuals, and I have to say they look really good. They include cutscenes that are live footage, and there is a lot of psychological horror imagery, meaning that you're gonna see a lot of horror imagery that represents the conflicts that the main character is going through. Visually, you're gonna see a lot of the school setting and the abandoned condo setting, and there are moments where some pretty creepy horror visual aesthetics come into play that are very reminiscent of past Silent Hill games. In regards to the music, all I can say is that it's very atmospheric and very tense, and it serves well to the gameplay. So let's talk about the gameplay. This game is a first-person psychological horror game with some light puzzle solving. The objective of the game is for you to explore, finding documents and interacting with key aspects of the environment to trigger changes in that set environment to progress forward. In other words, this game has certain aspects of the famous PT demo where the environment is not very big but it keeps changing. In regards to enemies, there's only one enemy and you only encounter it during chase sequences, and I have to say the design of that enemy is pretty distinct. Besides exploration and see the story unfold, you will have the chase sequences that I just mentioned. In these sequences, you just need to run from point A to point B evading the monster, but towards the end of the game, the chase sequence becomes much more elaborate. The game ran at a consistent frame rate and it takes around 2 hours to complete. So let's talk about the cons and the pros of this game. I'm gonna start out with the pros. I think the strongest point that this game has is its visuals. The game is very good looking. The inclusion of live action cutscenes I thought was very good. And the horror imagery is pretty well done. So let's talk about the cons. I would have to point out two things, and to me, they are pretty big. First of all, the gameplay. I found the gameplay to be excruciatingly boring. It's the type of gameplay where it's almost like a walking simulator. You just need to keep walking and exploring. It's very linear, and you're just there to see the story unfold. And it requires very little input from the player, except for the chase sequences, which were not very fun. They were actually pretty tedious, especially the last one was horrible. My second critique is tied to this one, and it has to do with the story. I found the story to be okay, but I found the story to have no mystery and no nuance at all. I feel like they're too preoccupied trying to explain explicitly the story to the player, so that when you finish the game, there's nothing left to wonder. And after 1 hour playing, for example, I was already ready to finish the game because I was not engaged with the story, because I felt like they explained it all and there was no space for me to analyze and reflect as to what was happening, because the story is so explicitly told to you that it becomes kind of uninteresting. Despite that, I do have to say that they do tackle some real-world subjects and some very modern subjects, which I found to be very good. So in conclusion, it's good to see Silent Hill back, but honestly, this game worries me. The visuals are excellent, but the game lacks nuanced storytelling. In the gameplay loop, it's boring, leaving me not wanting to play anymore. If this is any indication of what is to come, I'm not very hopeful for the Silent Hill franchise, but I hope I am wrong. And I hope that the Silent Hill 2 remake is actually good. For this reason, I recommend this game with caution. I mean, it's a free game. You can download it and play it for yourself, which I recommend you do, but be aware that it's not exactly a mind-blowing experience. So that's gonna be it for my non-spoiler review for Silent Hill: The Short Message for the PS5. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Hi everyone, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with our content.